76 respondents out of 212, and very likely with 67. This shows that customers are very loyal to where they're buying their eyeglasses, so it means that we need to work hard in providing information and strategies to get them to come to us. So we did a level of importance. We did all buyers of eyeglasses, perception of importance on accepting, insurance, customer service, competency of eyeglass provider.
That's surprising. Go back to that one.
This
That's
one?
surprising that that's less than the ones previous to that. You would think someone would be more competency in someone doing something important as their glasses, right?
Mhm. It's not far behind than that. Like customer service is 38 and so is competency, so they're kind of the same. Price range, ability to make appointments. All these go from the highest. I'll show you, this is the chart. So this is the importance of why people purchase eyeglasses. So this goes from the highest level of importance to the lowest level of importance. So the highest level is accept insurance, customer service, and competency of an eyeglass provider. And then at the bottom was locally owned business.
And we were surprised with brand selection as lower importance,
I
but
would've
that's
thought
what they
that'd
were
be-
saying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let me ask you this, their locally owned business is down close to the bottom. But several slides ago, when you had the pie chart and they were showing where glasses were purchased, and one was where they had their eye exam, and it was a large piece of the pie, and the second one was locally owned business. Those two kind of don't seem congruent.
Well, I guess this is like the importance of where to go, why they purchase eyeglasses. So what their main importance when choosing to buy eyeglasses is insurance, customer service, and the other one was where do you typically buy your eyeglasses from, which is a locally owned business store. So they purchase glasses from locally owned business stores, but I guess they don't think that that's as important as accept insurance and customer service.
I got you, go ahead.
Okay, so with our survey and data analysis, we wanted to compare it to different age groups and how they differ from everyone else. So we broke this into 18 to 35 as one age group, and then everyone else in the survey was their own little thing. So we compared it to the importance of brand selection, and so based on our results, that the age group 18 to 35 they see it more important than anyone else in the survey, which is really interesting. That our generation.
But still kind of low.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this one's with the same age groups, and we're going to compare it to the importance of price range. So our generation, 18 to 35, is more important than the other people in our survey. So they find it more important price range than any other of the participants. And then this one is comparing age to the importance of a locally owned business. So our age group is they see it less important than everyone else in the survey. So the people that were honed in on the locally owned businesses was older or younger than our generation.
Erica, please, that SIG over to the side, please tell him what that means.
Okay, so SIG, if it's 0.05 or lower, then it's a huge significant difference.
Okay.
So that whenever we got our data analysis, we just look for the SIG, and if the numbers are different and
Is
below.
that what used to be called the B value?
Yes, it is. They changed the terminology. We call it SIG now, significance.
Okay, so this one's another one with the age, but we're going to compare it to the likelihood of making their next eyeglass purchase in Florence, South Carolina. So this was really interesting that 18 to 35-year-olds were more likely to purchase it in Florence, South Carolina than any other participants.
That is interesting.
Yeah, it really is. So I don't know if it's with like our friends taking the survey, if that had some,
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah. So this one we broke it into male and female, and we compared it to the hours of operation. Females find more important than the males do for hours of operation. and accepting insurance. The females find it very important, more so than the male, if you're gonna offer insurance or accept insurance. And then this one, we broke it into customers that pay less than 150 and customers that spend more than 151. And then the question we compared it to is, I am willing to pay a higher price for the eyeglasses to get the higher quality. So the people that spend more on 151 will pay more for the higher quality rather than the people that spend less than 150. Same thing with the group, we compared this one to having someone who is knowledgeable assist you is worth having a higher price. So for this one, the people that spend more than $151 agree that it's going to be, that we're going to spend more on a higher price to get the knowledgeable assistant. And then for this one, we did buying frames that I like is more important than saving money. So the consumer that spends more than 151 will spend more money.
All that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I would agree with all that.
Yeah, because you're going to spend more money for the service,
Yep.
you
And
know,
the frame
the
more.
knowledgeable, yeah.
People who are willing to spend less are going to accept what they can get.
Yeah.
So this is a chart of consumers' age compared to how much they spend on eyeglasses. This is just consumers who have purchased eyeglasses. So we see that consumers who spend more than 150 are 18 to 24 years of age, but we also want to pay attention that the 45 to 54 are willing to pay more than $150 for eyeglasses. This is gender compared to where customers purchase eyeglasses. Again, this is just the consumers who purchase eyeglasses. And it's, and by the way, I accidentally put the blue as females and the pink with males on accident. I don't really know I did that, but just letting you know, the blues are the females. So the gender compared to where customers purchase eyeglasses. So females tend to purchase eyeglasses at the same place as they got their eye exam, and then they like to purchase at locally owned businesses.
One of the questions on our survey was, did you purchase your eyeglasses in Florence? And 35% of the people said yes, so the next few slides that you see are going to focus solely on those 35%. Out of that 35%, it totaled up to 74 respondents, and of course some of the data is going to be missing, determining on whether they skipped over. Out of those 74 respondents, 9.6% were males and 90.4% were females. This just highlights their age group, maybe because our friends took and we posted on Facebook. Millennials ages 18 through 24 were the highest, were the more responded.
This is the social media usage for Florence customers. You can see that Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat are the most popular for them.
Another question was the major reason that people purchase eyeglasses. 66% of Florence customers said that they purchase it because it requires a prescription, and 10.8%, almost 11%, said that they were ready for a new look. This shows how much Florence customers spent on their last pair of glasses, and you can see that the median is $151 to $300, and right behind that is $51 to $150. So it's kind of like a moderate price.
And this is of the 74, the age group we saw a minute ago?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
with 74 of the people who are in Florence who are shoppers. A high percentage of those were the younger age.
Right.
Yes. This chart summarizes where the 74 respondents of Florence made their last purchase. And the highest was at the same place that they got their eye exam, and right behind that is a locally owned business. So that's good for you.
So of the 74, only one purchased online?
Yes.
So when we were looking at that a minute ago, what was that, anybody remember that percentage online nationally? I can't remember what it was either. That seems low for our area.
Mhm.
And that age group would be the one purchasing online, I would imagine, 18 to 30.
Yeah.
This also just shows that out of the 74 respondents, that 38 of them are extremely likely to purchase their next pair of eyeglasses at the same place that they got their eye exam, and another 34%.
So they're going back. If they're
Yeah.
satisfied,
They're very low.
So one satisfaction is critical.
Yes.
I got that.
Thank you.
I got that.
Next, we wanted to see the customer's importance with a lot of things. One was brand selections, and customers found it somewhat important. For price range, customers found that important. For location, customers found it somewhat important. And for customer service, customers found it important. For hours of operations, customers found it somewhat important. And for online reviews, they found it very important. Whether they accept insurance or not, customers found that important, almost close to very important. And recommendation by friends, some customers found it somewhat important. For the ability to make an appointment, some customers found important. And for competency of the eyeglass provider, customers found it important. For same location as eye exam, it was somewhat important. And for the locally owned business, it was somewhat important too. Another was Florence customers' attitude on price versus quality. One was, I'm willing to pay a higher price for eyeglasses to get the higher quality. And they found that in the neutral, but it's close to being agreed upon. Another is low price frames do not mean low quality frames, and they felt neutral on that as well.
I'm sorry, can we go back to that one more time? So of all those attributes you had listed there, click back again, click back again, click back again, click back again. So online reviews of those is what folks found to be the most important. Is that right?
And that was a little different from what the other people, this was the Florence shoppers, which is interesting, but they both was accepting insurance. But those online reviews was really critical. It was
Really
great.
critical, yeah, more important than,
Mm-hmm,
that's very interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
But also, it's a lot of those younger than
Yeah.
millennials.
Yeah, better keep that, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so Florence customers said that frame selection is very important to them when choosing where to buy their glasses, and right after that is the price range, and that was shown a few slides back in the other chart with the moderate pricing.
And again, that's a little different from the shoppers overall. This is the Florence, and they're saying that frame selection is very important.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So what we did was, we divided the 74, we divided them into male and female. You have the significance value in the sample size of each one. And so what we found is that the females were more likely to come back or purchase their glasses at the same location as the eye exam. So wherever they get their eye exam, they're more likely to make the purchase of frames and lenses at that location. Then we divided it into people who said they buy at the local stores and against people who buy at the national big box retailers. And what we found is that people who buy locally don't really perceive low price frames as low quality frames, whereas people who buy nationally kind of tend to think that.
So this is your respondents' knowledge of Patterson. Out of the 298 people that took this survey, only 101 answered this question. Over 73% total are not aware of Patterson, and about 14% of people are aware of Patterson.
Again, for social media usage, but for Patterson customers, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram are once again the most popular. For Patterson customer ratings, a lot of them found it good. For
But we only have to talk
customer-
about 4 of them, right? 4 people responded to this, okay?
4 people.
Yeah, it was your family.
For customer service, it was very good, 5 all the way. And for selections of frames, it was good. For comments, you got very knowledgeable. And another one was, me and my family have loved Skip Patterson and would not go to any other eyewear store.
That's definitely my favorite.
Can you pull it up? Okay. Now each student, after they understood the competition and your business and did the primary research, they each are making recommendations.
So compiling all that information together helps us support the recommendations we're showing to you. That's who I am, that's my school and professional email. So my recommendations kind of go, the objective is to provide you with a marketing strategy that will increase local awareness, which is Florence, of your new business, and create a positive image for the business just throughout. So your target market, I chose 16 to 24. That's because for experience in the area, that's about the age of our group, as well as the public high schools. And 50% of Fred Experience students live off campus, so that either means they're local, so they might be more willing to buy from a local store, or they're in the surrounding area would be willing to go to your store. There's also 4 public high schools, the Florence Education Center, West Florence, which is where your daughter goes,
Right.
South Florence and Milson, and there's a couple of private schools like Florence Christian as well. So your positioning statement, this is showing your customers what kind of business you are, but it also shows them what you provide over your other businesses that have the same products and services. So I kind of focus on young men and women, which is your target market. They're looking for intelligent eye care because you wanted to focus on the quality and customer service of your business over price. Patterson Eye Associates is the top provider in quality eyeglasses and contact lenses because you, Skip Patterson, combine clinical knowledge and excellent customer service to support your eye care needs every time they visit. So that kind of encourages them to come over and over again. So these are some tangible goals I created for you. I think they're very obtainable and that you'd be able to do it with our recommendations. So the first one is to increase Facebook likes to at least 1,000 by December 31st of next year. So that gives you a whole year to kind of like,
What is it at now, do you know?
it's like 450-ish. So it's about halfway there.
Double a year.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I recommended for you to create an Instagram business profile and to get that to 500 likes by next December 31st. I also would recommend that you encourage customers to follow Patterson social media by attaching a business card with each purchase, which I created a new business card for you, as well as a hashtag that you can use to post photos, which I also created 2 hashtags for you to use. And then I think it'd be very good for you to reply to all reviews on Facebook. It kind of increases your engagement with your customers. And the ones I did see liked your comments a lot. So I created a new tagline for you. I saw your one on your website says where vision meets style. Taglines are just slogans. They're simple and they tell the customer what your business is, like the positioning statement, but it also gives you a competitive advantage. So you're an eyeglass provider, but you also sell sunglasses and contact lenses, so you're a vision care provider. You pride yourself with top-notch service, so it's quality. And we want your customers to trust you, to fulfill their needs and come back every time they recognize that need, so that's every time they visit. So it's a call to action as well to provide more visits for them. So this is a business card I created for you. I kind of got inspiration from your new sign. It's the blue and white just kind of, it's very dynamic, and it gives your new slogan, your name.
So is that like a two-sided card?
Yeah,
then?
this would be on the back of the card. And so it gives, check us out on Facebook, check us out on Instagram, your location, telephone, and email. And then the hashtags, I created iPick Patterson and iPick Skip to show off your new eyeglasses, sunglasses, and even contacts. This is also a logo. It goes along with your sign and the business card just to create a cohesive image. I'm going to pull up the website instead of showing you these. So it kind of starts out at the introduction. It has your name and Quality Vision Care. It's just a little I wrote little snippets on each page for you to use. Kind of shows them what you are. You'll be able to skip big eyeglass change and choose local and family friendly with Skip Patterson.
I like that. That's good.
Thank you. I would suggest taking a new picture with your new sign. I just didn't get around to it. And then I really enjoyed that you bring up Rogers Barbecue Law. I think it's very quirky and eccentric, and I used it in my own recommendations.
Hometown.
Yeah, like
Your
go
friend
get
is
your eyeglasses and then go
Right,
get some barbecue.
right.
That's
Okay.
right. And then at the bottom, if they've been a customer with you, we have a customer satisfaction survey. I'll show you the questions in a minute, but they will be able to take that. After that, there's an about page. Ask you a couple of questions. This is from your Savvy Mag magazine cover. I think it's a very good picture of you. And so the first paragraph is just your credentials and your experience in the eye care industry. And then at the bottom, it's just kind of about you, your family, and how your son is planning to return to Florence. This is a basic get in contact page. Pretty simple enough. And then some basic services, so your customers can see what kind of insurance you accept, eyeglass brands, and sunglass brands. And if they have any other questions, like clinical needs or something like that, there's a link to your contact page. Oh, so there's these basic excerpts as well. This is what will come up when you are in a search engine. I used a bunch of SEO words, which is search engine optimization. Using these words 6 times or more in the layout of each website page will help you improve where you are in the search engine.
Say that again now.
So like,
Search engine optimization, if you use the word 6 times or more in your web page.
yeah, so in the copy, so like when you, like all these words need to like communicate
Uh-huh.
eyeglasses, Florence, local, family, the things that you are.
Okay.
And this is what people will be searching for, so then when the word's connected to you, you'll show up more. With customer satisfaction, I created the SurveyMonkey survey. Your business cards have your Facebook and Instagram, so they can get in contact with you through social media as well. And increase posting on Facebook and creating an Instagram will increase engagement, and customers really like engaging with their local businesses. So these are some of the questions. Have you purchased before? When did you visit? Why? Their satisfaction with customer
I
service.
think I want to know some of that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
They might get mad at me, you never know.
Yeah, so you want to know if they're satisfied or dissatisfied, that kind of thing. And then the only thing I would add, because I did a basic SurveyMonkey profile, is basic demographics. So we have a couple of Facebook posts. These are some basic ones, like your website. This is one to just a basic one to post.
You're gonna get, you're gonna get about 25 from every student, so they're gonna go through those fairly quickly.
Mhm.
But you get a tremendous, just highlight some.
This is an excerpt.
So is it stuff I'll be able to,
Yes,
how will that come?
it's gonna be on there electronically, and they're also supposed to be giving you all the photos that they use and the way that you can grab the photos and create it yourself.
So will that be in the format that I can hit a button and post it?
Not quite, but it's getting close.
Make it easy.
The ones on my jump drive are like that.
Yeah, you're, what, hers? There's
I put my
Yeah, you copy and paste?
Yeah, you can actually-
Or you-
I hate to sound stupid, how do you do that?
Or you hire one of these for a couple weeks and they'll show you how to do it. There you go.
Give me one, just give me one.
Get you one.
I'll get one.
So yeah, I put the pictures on the side that I created, and you can just click on them and save them. This is a little excerpt about how you're a really good eye care provider. So it's just a little copy. A poll, it's from our survey, which a lot of us actually participated in as well. But it just says when they haven't gotten when they've done their eye exam, and after you get your eye exam, come to Patterson's. This one shows where you're at, and it says the perfect pair of glasses, contact lenses, and sunglasses. I'll have you come back to visit, and not just for the delicious barbecue across the street.
Well, let me ask you something. I really like that picture with the cloud and the tree and the green. Is there a way to take the sign I've got now and superimpose it on that, Photoshop it onto that?
I mean, wait.
Or do I need to take another picture?
You could wait for another sunny day.
Well, at least green, and that's really, you took that picture, I assume, right?
No, it's from your website. You took it.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. It would be easier just to take a new picture, but it's possible. You said this is one of your most popular brands, so I made a little picture for it. This is a campaign, Symptoms of Needing Eyeglasses, because a lot of people don't know they need eyeglasses until they start experiencing symptoms. Not a lot of people do preemptive eyeglasses, or precautionary ones. So frequent headaches, blurry vision, hard time seeing at night, is your computer work compromised, or do your parents wear glasses? Take an eye exam, head to Patterson's. This is use of your hashtag. I picked Patterson, and you can too. Another one, I picked Skip, and you can too. Here is a special occasion for the December graduates. I said if they take a picture with you in their cap and gown, they can get 50% off any sunglasses with a pair of eyeglasses. I just thought it's a good way to congratulate your fellow alumni. Here's one for Valentine's Day.
Now, wait a minute, is that for you? You did that because you're going to do that,
I
aren't
got mine less than 6 months ago. I'm kidding.
That's a good idea, though, you should.
Might get some sunglasses.
There you go.
So I know that a lot of adults like practical gifts, so what better to get your significant other for Valentine's Day than Patterson eyeglasses. I also created little captions that you can use for the bottom of your post, and it just, every time at the bottom, it has your little tagline, quality vision care every time you visit. A Christmas one, just thinking of Patterson's, pretty easy. Once you put your Instagram up, telling people about your Instagram. Here are 2 headers that I suggested you could use. I would also suggest taking a local picture. You can hire a freelance photographer to do that as well.
Do you know one?
I am one.
There you go. I couldn't tell.
So that would be really good to use some of your local customers and stuff like that. This would be a first Instagram campaign to tell your new Instagram followers who you are. These are Facebook reviews, some of the best ones. Really like this one because he's from Charleston. But here's another simple Instagram post. Good morning, stop by Patterson's. Doesn't matter the brand as long as it's sunglasses from Patterson. And I kind of try to use your tagline as much as possible. Here are some basic billboards for around town. Has your logo. Feeling adventurous, trying a new pair of glasses. Find the pair for your flair only at Patterson's. And there's you. Can you see me down there? Come see me in person. I thought it'd be really cool for you to do a YouTube video. I looked on LensCrafters and Planet Vision Center, and they both had YouTubes. I think it'll connect you to your target market, and they kind of get to see you as a friendly person. You can have some customer testimonials and involve the community with local videographers and stuff. So that's what I suggested the layout would look like. Here are some customer relationships, creating a family plan, 3 or more glasses, 10% discount lenses and 10 on frames. Throwback Thursday, turn in an old pair and get a new pair, and you could even donate the old pair to charity to increase your social responsibility. And then 5% for experienced student alumni discount because you want to be with those alumni.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.
So for my recommendations for your tagline, I think you're perfect. I think your tagline right now is perfect. It's eccentric. It captures your target market perfectly. Your vision, style. Currently, though, I couldn't find a logo for you, so I took the liberty of designing one. This is the one I designed. I used circles and glasses in the top to kind of let people know where she's selling glasses, but circles are also more related to the feminine, and your target market tends to have more females in it. But then I use the block lettering at the bottom because that's more manly, more like sharp edges, rugged, more manly. And then the blue, the light blue, is more warmy, inviting, and trustworthy, and kind of exemplifies what you are as a salesman and as a person. So for the website, I recommended that you redesign it and you make it search engine optimized, as Daniel talked about, SEO. And you can use Google Analytics to track your website. And I'm going to pull it up. So, yeah, that's good. So we have, but yeah, so here's your About Us page, and what's cool about the website is I kind of make the associates, so kind of like you, and then the people that work under you, you can add them to it and add kind of their background to it. So I wrote kind of all this with your kind of certifications, and then a little excerpt about you, and then your history, I just took that from your website. I thought that was really good, what you had on the website. And then we have like a kind of spot for your latest news. And so you can kind of put like new brands that are arrived, like are in style and in stock and stuff like that. And I thought you should have a little bit of community involvement. So the American Childhood Cancer Foundation, you can maybe run a promotion for retinoblastoma, and you donate a portion of your sales to that foundation and advertise that. And so, and with the pictures and stuff that you post on here, you can add a little caption that will show all the like kind of stuff of like who you are. And here are the brands that you carry. I highlighted like your big three. And then you can access your info all online, order the order contacts, try to make it as consumer friendly as possible. And then your contact information, we have like your Rogers Barbecue. I liked how you did that. And then an interactive map that will allow people to kind of see where they are. And then I created a Survey Monkey survey that allows like customers to kind of see how your customers feel about you, and there's a link to
So that Survey Monkey survey, would that be internal use only, or would that be?
Yeah, you can use it just for you.
Okay.
Did you show them your front homepage?
Yeah, I gotta pull up the whole page.
Okay.
You should be able to change the contact to home at the top, like in the back of the subline where it says contact at the URL. At the top, yeah. Instead of putting contact, just put home and see if that works. Oh, I don't know.
Well, maybe press back twice.
Yeah. Let me try this.
Because your homepage looked nice.
There it is. So this is the homepage. So like right when people get on the website, this is the first thing they would see. And you can change these pictures. Like it's like a little gallery.
Mm-hmm.
You can click through it. And so the Ray-Ban, you can add the caption. So like new Ray-Ban frames are in stock and in style. Let people know. Here are your hours, your location, your telephone number, the recommended logo. And then you can put like some promotions if you want to have some sales going on. You can put that running down the side right here. And then this is a Facebook pop that is linked to directly to your Facebook page. So people can like it and they'll get redirected to your Facebook page. And we have like new patients, and patients can sign up and make appointments, you know? And this is more for like people who maybe need repairs or adjustments or get refitted for prescriptions, or as you said, when your son comes they can make an appointment to meet with them to get fitted for a prescription as well. This is let people know that you accept insurance, because as in our survey, that's a really big factor in becoming whereby. So that's the website. So we did that. So this is how I have the site perfectly SEO'd through Wix. Wix.com allows you to search engine optimize through Google, and that site's up, and these are the tags that were used. So we have like a description in there, so when people pull up Patterson Eye Associates on the web, they'll see a description of who you are and what you do.
Those have to be 6 times, is that, somebody said that?
It's a little bit, it's more just like using capital letters, because when the search engines go through, they look for capital letters, they're a little easier for them to pick up, so they're more likely to get moved higher up on Google with capital letters and kind of just strategy. And you can link the homepage pictures with like holiday sales and stuff, and so when people are looking for holiday promotions, you'll come up as well. So this is all the social media strategy. You should publish posts on Facebook, and I think you should make an Instagram too to connect with your younger market. Instagram allows you to put pictures up, which allows you to be more visually oriented with your consumers. Allows you to show them kind of what you have.
Do you link those two together?
And you can. Facebook owns Instagram, so you can link it, and it's free, totally free. So here's some recommendations. I think these are very realistic objectives. Increase your sales by 25% February 1st, increase number of new customers, and increase purchase amount of repeat customers. So these are just some examples of some posts I created. I really wanted to highlight the fact that you have 25 years of service in the area. I feel like people really relate to that. Some examples of like seasonal promotional items you can do, advertise. LensCrafters does a really good job with like advertising their brands. So I feel like you can advertise in this way and really receive a lot of good positive feedback from them. Then this one I liked because it looks like an actual eye exam place, and it's a need recognition post. Those people know that they need to see an eye doctor. Then we put your tagline in the need recommended logo. These were Hoover's posts, just some examples of need recognition too. Glasses too big, come on in and see how we can help you.
I probably did that.
So I made 5 advertisements or an example of a social media campaign for you to use through Facebook. And it's a spring sale that starts in April and kind of runs through the whole month of April, which is 10% off designer frames.